Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Prashant Shatra. Today once again I'm coming back to you mainly for the ICC students, and today my topic is constructor. So before going to start my class, this is my request, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for the notification. So let us start the class. I already have uploaded a few classes related to functions and function overloading also. Now today another important topic, that is constructor. So you all know the constructor is a critical subject, means critical topic. So let us understand the constructor properly. So then you can write the program as per the question given. Okay, so let us start. So before tell you the details, let me show you one question. I will solve that question on the board, then I'll explain one by one. Let's see the question first. Okay, so you all check, this is the question. What is this question? Design a class sample. What is the class name? Sample. So with integer data a, b and sum. A, b is two user value, and sum where we will keep the sum of the a and b, and the functions of the class of the functions of the class. It should be something wrong here. Class functions of the class are as follows. Functions of the class are as follows. Okay, now see, sample is the constructor. Sample is a constructor, and then accept another function, calculate a function, show as a function, and write a main function. You have to write this as a question is given. So this question we have to solve. So you see that what is the question given actually? A sample. This is the class name, and these are function name 1, 2, 3, 4 functions. If you take main, total 5 functions will be there. So this is the question. What to do? Very simple problem I have taken. That is 2 numbers we will take, then we will process, then we will make a sum, then we will display. Let's see on the board, then you will understand it clearly. Okay, then again I will show you that one. So let us check now. Let us check this program I have written on the board. Now see, this is how we will solve this problem. Total, I told you that the 5 functions will be there, including main. How many functions? 5 functions are there. So first function, second function, third function, fourth function, and the main function is there where we will operate a computer, means this program. Now before going to start this explanation in details, we should tell you what is constructor. You see that what is constructor, you have seen. Constructor is a special type of function which will help you to initialize the global data members. Which are the global data members? 1, 2, 3. These 3 variables are the global data members. So constructor work is what? To give the default value to the data members. Sometime we will get the parameters value into the global variables. So these are the data members. So these data members I have declared after the class name. So after the class name, this area is called the global area. So these variables we have to initialize their default value using the constructor. So name of the constructor is same as the class name. You see that when we will say this is not a constructor, why this is not a constructor, this is not a constructor, this is not a constructor. Whenever you will see a function name is written exactly same as the class name, it is called a constructor. Now the characteristics of constructor, you will see a constructor will never return a value. We will not write before the constructor name void even. If the function, this is a function, special type of function which is not returning any value, we will not mention void even just before the function name. You see that if this function is not returning any value, we are writing void. But in constructor, we are not writing even void. If you write void, that will be wrong. So this is called a constructor because this is a class name. This class name and the function name if it is same, that particular block, this particular block is called constructor. What it is doing? This A, integer's default value, you should know that integer's default value is 0, and B, another integer's default value is 0. Sum is also integer, that is default value also 0. But these two variables value, once again we will accept the value from the user, and that values we will process, and the final result we will keep in the variable sum. So this three exactly, what is constructor? Like suppose a simple example, we want to go outside. Every day we are coming out, we are coming out from our home. That what constructor default value, what you are carrying in your purse, in your wallet, the default value we are keeping, some default value we are keeping. What is that? Actually, whenever we are coming out from the house, that means we need some value, and that value we need on the way if it is in any emergency. But that doesn't mean in your this wallet you have the huge amount. You have the huge amount which will help you to buy a building, which will help you to buy one car. Not like that. It is some default value we use in we keep in our wallet. So you see that constructor is behaving like this. We are giving some default value, starting value. Like the default value you can understand in your mobile phone. That is the default date setting. If you see that not like the smartphone in our previous that the old buttons type the mobile phone, what is the where the keypad is there, in that type of mobile you have seen that is default some date will be given whenever you will switch on the mobile phone. The default date and time will be there, and if you change that default date and time, then only whenever you will call to any person or whenever you will receive any call from any person, that date will be written as per your call. Okay, what the call is coming, that will be written according to that change date, not the default date. And if you don't change that one, what will happen? That will be means your call date and time will be as your default. Means if your mobile phone is manufactured on 2010 and if you don't change the default time how it is set, if you use in that way, what will happen? If you make a call, that if you today's date, if you make a call, that date will be recorded, means call will be recorded according to that date, not the current date. So you see the default value is something like this. Now once again we will use, means we are changing using the accept function, we will change that value, default value. If you do not want to change that, the default value will be 0 only. Suppose the sum I will not change. How it will be changed? It will be changed by our calculation. It will be changed our calculation. But these two values we will accept from the user. So the default value we will change later on. So the constructor, when this will be called? This will be called when we will create the object. So what is the main difference between the constructor and function? You see, the function name should not be with the class name. A function can return a value. If it is not returning a value, it should be written by the void. Okay, but in constructor you see it will be same as the class name. This will be used to initialize the global data members of their default value. Okay, you can give your own default value and there should not be any void type. Now see, this is over, then the accept function is there. Whenever I will call this function, what will happen? I have given the order. In the main function, whenever you will start the main function, you will go for the run this main function. What will happen? After creating the object, I am calling all these functions. Whenever you are creating the object, you see that this is called the constructor. That means you are calling this constructor. So what is this portion? This portion is called the constructor. So whenever you are creating the object, we are calling this function. That means A is getting 0 and B is getting 0 and sum is also getting 0. After that, computer using that same object you call accept function. So this accept function is working, means using the scanner class we will take that value, enter two numbers A and B. These two values we will accept from the user. After taking the value, computer, you call that calculate. Calculate is doing the calculation. You see that once this variable is declared in the global area, that variable can be accessed here. So any of this is global area you have declared. That means we can access that variable in any of these functions. Okay. So once it is default value, whenever you call this one, you have given 0, 0. Whenever you have called this one, you have given some value. Suppose I will give in this a equal to 5 and b equal to 6. So that means this global variables is getting a equal to 5, b equal to 6. Now computer, you call this calculate. So calculate, whenever you will call calculate, no return type, it is a void type, means just doing the process, nothing else it's doing. Computer, 5 plus 6, result is 11. Where it is placing, this is the global variable. So that means here you have given means this variable can be accessed in other functions also. That is the important thing. Whenever a variable is declared in the global area, we can access that variable from any part of the program. Okay, any part of the program means here we can access. Now see, so sum is getting how much? 11. Now computer, you need to work another part. What is that? Show. You have to show how you will call using the same object, calling accept, calling calculate, calling show. This is the show function. See that computer, show me the first number. What is the first number? The first number is 5. So you see what is my output? I am writing first number dot first number dot then 5. Suppose first number second, second number dot then b means 6, then sum is sum is dot what is this? 11. This will be your output. So you see that in the main function how I have arranged, this is the order and how the program is written. So 1 2 3 4, total 5 functions. Main is operating, main is arranging the order of the function, how it will work. And listen one more thing, that is constructor is called whenever we are calling the object, means creating the object of the class. We are creating the object of the class, name of the class sample, creating object, then only we are calling this function, means this function when it is called in this line only, and the other functions are called using that object how, like this. Okay, now we will see in computer that this program, then it will be clear for you all. So now let us see now this. You see whatever I have written, everything I have written it here. Sample is the class name, these are the global variables. You see that sample is the constructor, that a equal to 0, default value b equal to 0, and sum equal to also 0. Accept function, this is the accept function. I have written in 2 lines. First line, first number, second number. On the board I have written only at a time I have given 2 numbers. Okay, so no problem, using the scanner class, taking this. Then calculate, sum, this a and b. Then show, you see that these are the numbers. Okay, sum. Then main, you see how I have written on the board, everything I am writing it here. Now let us see, we will go for the test run, then it will be very much clear for you. So compilation done, no syntax error, class compile, no syntax error. So please close this. So let me show you this program. This is the sample. Okay, this is sample. You see that this is my sample program. Okay, close this. Let us see, right click, new sample. Okay, now right click, void main. You see that I will call main. If you call main first number, suppose the first number, I am giving the first number 5. What the number 5? So enter. Second number 6, enter. Check. This is the result, 5 and 6. How it is, how we are getting the result. So this is what a simple example about the constructor. So this is the important thing. A function is a special, constructor is a special type of function whose name is equal with the class name, which is used to initialize the global data members and a constructor never returns a value, and we will not write even void if the function, the constructor, is not returning any value. Okay, so only this much about the constructor. Today I may give you another problem related to constructor. So this is the first class related to constructor. I think you can understand a little bit. You must check what is the difference between the constructor and the function. Okay, this is the main differences between the constructor and function. Okay, up to this much is today. So if you are liking my class, please give the feedback. Please give the feedback. Okay, up to this much is today. Thank you very much. Bye all of you.